thought I'd ding my tuning fork. Not done it for a while. Well, I did it this morning. While I was waiting to come on, I was listening to something and I was just making a new, hi Mary, a new little card with a little dress on, if you can see it. Might not be able to see it because of the cellophane, but it's got a little dress with a coat hanger. So they're going in my new designs. Hi Sue Clark. I just would like to say before we talk about food, the awakening is happening, but the whole thing, and this is about food anyway, so it sort of goes on the lines, was people going on about the vaccines. They don't even know what's in them. They don't even know that cows have vaccines up the noses and wherever they put in them when they do the swab. Hi, Mary. Up your nose? How do you know they're not giving you something? I wouldn't have a vaccine if you paid me, not unless it was HCQ, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this because I'm seeing people talk about stuff, and because they're going on holiday and stuff that shortens your time and this, that and the other, you better have a vaccine. It's like, say no more, say no more. Holistic all the way, look into, people don't even read what's on the back of the medicines they get prescribed. Gives you half the stuff you've already got if you actually bother reading the big long list of what it actually gives you. But nobody does, do they? So nobody's really going to go and try and investigate the vaxes, are they? No. By Bill Snakes, who was just being outed again for being hanging around with and being friends with Epstein. But, you know, people think he's a saviour, don't they? Anyway, less of that. Your choice to do your own research. Saying a lot of the test sticks are already. This is what I think. I will just say that before getting to it. I think they're infected. I think the whole thing with this, you know what, is to think it's there. You go and get a swab test. What's on the end of the swab test? Because why are you having a swab up your nose? That's what they do to cows when they vaccinate them. And then let's see if people say they're having it and see how many people get ill. It's a bit like the flu jab when you have that and then you feel ill 2 weeks later because they're putting stuff in. I haven't had the flu jab for years. Oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, anyway, not talking about that. We're talking about food, even though it's sort of along the lines of that because it's still, you know, there's lots of things, ingredients and stuff. So I'll just wait for a few more people to come in. It's just what I'm seeing and you're just like, people don't even want to look what they're putting into the body. Hi, Boom Shalaka, and Danny, and Mary, and Sue, and anyone watching in the background. Yeah, I just want to say this chat on food is not who's right or wrong with what we're eating, you know, be it you eat meat, you're a meat eater, you're a vegetarian, a pescatarian, a vegan, a raw vegan, a breatharian, whatever you are. It's not for people to argue in the chat that this is right and this is wrong. I'm just wondering what people think. Maybe we were something, maybe we're not meant to be now, maybe we were, maybe we weren't, and then maybe we're going back again. So if that makes any sense. But yeah, there was 9 then, and the 9 divine time. I don't even know if I'm on at 9. I said 9, but 3 minutes past 9. 3. Hi Dolly, on the anonymous official site. I was reading a lot of comments. When will this stuff be over? Not going to be over yet. If you're talking about the Maxine, which rhymes with the name, we've got a little bit. It's coming out. You can see it. If you've not seen, I'll show you. If you've not seen this video from Germany, got to be patient. You've got to see it. You see, I know it's hard, but you know, a lot of it's getting on my nerves, but you got to hold it down. So let me see if I can find it, because they have tried to censor this, by the way. So someone's put on Twitter, I bet over 1 million people today wore a mask to buy cigarettes. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Right. This is Germany. Millions were there, by the way. But I've got an even better picture that someone sent me. Because the mainstream media were trying to report it was like hundreds or thousands. It was millions. But they ain't going to tell you that, are they? All right. 1.5 million people in Berlin. And I know Maria was in Germany, announcing the end of the end to COVID-19. We should be all doing this worldwide. See all the people? So, sorry, I'll just show that again. All the crowd. World's waking up. Anyway, so I did a picture while I was listening to something, and I was actually listening to Sasha Stone's latest Danish lamestream told 10 to 20,000. Exactly, they would, wouldn't they? Eat, help out for life. Yeah, well. Hi, Ron. Hi, Ron, and hi, the Don. I was listening, and then I drew a picture because, you know, if I feel something, I'll draw it. If you haven't heard of the lovely Sasha Stone, just put Sasha Stone and you'll probably find a lot of things on him. But he is I have watched him before. I don't know whose channel it was on, but I was listening to, when was this? Was this recently? Yeah, the 25th of July on the Albert Droid channel, is it? I don't even know if I've said that right.
But you know, it is really... Flowers are a thought, a connection. Well, they got sentences that they say about moments of extraordinary communion, either in the womb or before the womb or choosing parents.
Recognized. Somebody said, we all know the wisest man in the land is not in this hallowed chamber. The wisest man.
Anyway, it was called, I think someone mentioned it before actually,
he leant his crook up against the wall and they asked him.
5 Qs with Laura Upliner, is it, and Sasha Stone. It was quite good. I do like Sasha Stone. They talk about, you know, human rights and everything going against humanity and all that. It was really good. But while I was just listening to that while I was doing stuff, Natural Tribunal of Justice. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, they've got a Natural Tribunal of Justice, Sasha Stone. Yeah, is that the channel? But he's great, Sasha Stone, you know. Because someone, you know, you get a lot of people saying, oh, you have to be spiritual, you have to be like this. And I hear a lot of people saying, no, you can't swear, you can't say that if you're spiritual. It's like, no, it's about being your true, authentic self. Yes, it is about not letting the energies rule your emotions. But the lady on there said, and I listened to it today, exactly what I've always said. You're allowed to sit in your emotions. You're allowed to look at certain things. You just don't dwell in it. That's what she said. That's what I've always said. You're allowed to feel emotion. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to sit with it. You just don't dwell in it. Just like I've said with the Q rabbit holes. And I know I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying, you know, you're aware, but you don't dwell in it. It's totally different to someone dwelling in it and getting angry and then acting on that anger and then being aggressive and then being violent, blah, blah, blah. And this goes into food as well, because I actually do believe there's a lot of food out there that makes you feel sluggish, as you know, makes you feel like crap, and then you get a bit down about stuff, and food does affect us as well. Food is a drug as well. We're all out here trying to do our best, and where someone might have a problem with something else, trying to cleanse themselves off, could be alcohol, drugs, whatever, there's so many things. Other people's might not be that, but theirs might be food. Mine always has been a bit of little food because food is nice. We like the taste of food, but it has a lot of additives and crap in it when it's not organic and natural that keep us hooked on it. So it's not as easy, you know. All evening red eye Jedi. So it still is a drug, but because our physical bodies like to taste that physical food, high FE, that can be a drug too. But I know when I'm really listening to myself is always saying, Dolly, Janine, you should be eating more of this. And you know this. But some days you're like, yeah, but I'll just have one. And it's like, yeah, but you know. And then you feel bad after. And I think that feeling and bad after is listening to body because you know really your body didn't really want it. There's this little devil on your shoulder telling you do. But I've always got this going, no, you don't. You don't need it, you know you don't need it. And that is getting stronger and stronger more this year than ever. I don't know if anyone else is having that. Sasha Stones at Q5Q, sorry, with Laura Upliner. Thank you, Red Eye Jedi has put it in chat, thank you. So what I'm going to ask you first is, does anyone get that way? Has it been stronger this year? Because mine has. You know, even if I do it or not do it, it's always like I've got water now. It's like, drink your water. Thank you, Karen. My mind is wet. Yes. I think it's all about... Yeah, it is all about balance. And just because you've said that cleansing there, you ready for the picture that I drew before? It is a lady pouring water over herself, but it's cleansing waters. And it says healing waters and cleansing waters. And then it says cleansing water, program your water, drink water, more water. Because it is a magical thing that we should be having more of because we are made up so much percent of water. I've talked about this before, most people know this, and the earth is, and that waterly body, and you can program water like Dr. Emoto, which I'm not going to go into now because I've mentioned it before and done the tests on it. And it's not like we don't know these things, but sometimes I know that, but sometimes I just don't do it. And I'm like, you haven't drank water today. You've had quite a few cups of teas, but you actually haven't. And I'm like, I know. It's like something, it's like that program side, that entity's trying to stop you and you're like, So, but I don't beat myself up about that. It's like, I've not been eating meat for, I don't know if it's nearly 2 years, I can't remember. I did go vegan, that was really hard. But like I've just said, I did tell you, past couple of weeks I've had a little bit of chicken. And it's not like I've been like, oh yeah, this is really tasty, I really miss it. I haven't. And it wasn't like I was trying to see, have I missed it? Is it something I'd be like, I haven't. And then I thought, is it because my body needed it? But I think it might be because, not because of the meat, because people say you need protein, you can get protein in other stuff, you don't need meat. But as if I'm not having enough of what I'm supposed to be having in the whole, like, sort of fruit and veg sort of thing of it. I know we're supposed to be more alkaline than acidic, but I do believe it's all about balance. And I could talk about both sides as well, which I'm going to do. So what I want to know in chat is, I have apple juice. Yeah, and we've got to have more vitamin C, people, and vitamin D. Get out in the sun because that's nature's vaccine. In chat, remember, this isn't I eat me, you don't eat me, I'm better than you, blah, 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 and all that. It's nothing to do with that. It's just seeing what people think about stuff. So I know I've just had some biscuits, said Sue. I know, and you get that thing where you think, going to be really good today, I'm not going to have that, and then this little devil sits on your shoulder and goes, oh yeah, you know you want a chocolate biscuit, you know you want one. It's like, no, I don't. I've had 3. But anyway, that's just me. Right, so who's a meat eater or non-meat eater or whatever you are? So we've got Effie is a carnivore. Don't say sorry. Like, there's so many different people, you know, maybe it doesn't suit all. Even though people say that's what we're supposed to be going to, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But what are you all in chat? You know, don't be worried about saying what you know, what your preference is. It's fine. Oat milk and coffee and honey. Yeah, I have oat milk. I like my oat milk. I'm vegetarian, so Boom Shalaka's vegetarian. Sue, you're vegetarian, aren't you? I think. Something like that. Or I think. Come on, let me know what you are. Don't be shy. Don't be shy now. Or some people might have gone vegan, vegetarian and gone back to meat. So, you know, I've seen that. My hair was thinning until I went keto. Yeah, see, there's some people who do the keto. I just think there's different strokes for different folks because some suits other bodies. That's why I believe. What can be done to expedite the evil elimination of this planet belongs to humanity that crave decency? It's being done, don't worry. The good people of Earth are on it and beyond. Trust me. It seems a bit crazy. That's why we're doing Mindset Mondays. But tonight we're talking about food. Every Monday we're going to talk about something different where it's not to do with, even though I mentioned at the beginning, Q, and that is to do with our mindsets and, you know, mind, body and spirit, the Trinity. So tonight's about food. I do eat a bit of chicken and fish. Yeah, because someone was just saying something today about, you know, a bit of chicken and fish is all right. You know, I'll go into that in a minute. I just want to know what everybody eats. A bit of chicken, a bit of bacon, pork every now and again, but mostly non-meat diet. Yeah, I would eat meat if I felt like I needed it. No judgment. Yeah. Because I know, and Tapper's not in chat, but I know that Tapper went weeks with not eating meat and then he just has a little bit, but he has nowhere near, he said, as much as he used to. Like, he said, you know, he used to have like I think he said a full English breakfast or whatever, a bacon sandwich, that's meat. Then you might have a ham sandwich at dinner, that's meat. And then you're having tea and that's meat. That's a lot of consumption of meat. I don't believe we eat that much meat. I eat meat sometimes, but I would love eating more green. Yeah, and I think people are wanting to do that as well. My fella is more dropping off meat now and wanting to eat more greens and that, which is good. I haven't eaten red meat. Yeah, but I didn't used to eat red meat. The only thing I used to eat really was chicken and fish. I haven't eaten red meat this year, but chicken and fish every now and again. But recently, fruit, veg, yeah. Big biscuits are my weakness. I know where you're going. Yeah, that makes me giggle. Effie got to be... I like keto. Yeah, what's keto again? Is that... Remind me what that is. There's so many eating things out there, isn't it? I forgot to do this, so I'm gonna... Yeah, turmeric's really good for you. Yeah, I've got turmeric. I can never say it. Makes a good... Yeah, I've had it in tea. I've had it with oat milk as well. Yeah, and I have sometimes, if I remember, I have lemons, fresh frozen lemon juice, which I forgot to get because I think I had the last one today, if I remember. And I just drink it. Just one, I just drink it, and reptiles next on the menu. Yeah, and apple cider vinegar, which I do actually forget to take. Keto is eating fat. Oh, okay. I lost 8 pounds on the first week of keto. The best thing I do, I mean, this isn't just about diet and losing weight. It's not that. It's just eating for life, if you know what I mean. Eating for energy. But what my dad always does is the... what you call it when you don't break your breakfast in the morning and then you have like so many hours to eat in a window. But intimate eating is I can never say it. That one. That's what I'm trying to do again. Lemon every day. Yeah, I've been having lemon. Hi Eric. I'm considering mostly non-eat, feeling called to that. Yeah, don't you feel weird as I'm seeing? Yeah, fasting. I'm seeing a lot of people because we don't even need to eat that much. Yeah, intermittent. Oh my God, I can't even speak. Intermittent fasting. You know what I mean? Can't even say it. Yeah, just laugh at me. It's fine. With me dyslexic. Keep saying they feel they've got a calling. It's like something saying, you know, you don't need to be eating that now. You don't need to be eating that now. So isn't it funny? Water fast and juice. Yeah, and even if that's just for a couple of days, and then yeah. And I know this, it's like, it's been really strong for the past couple of weeks. And I think that's why I've been eating a bit of chicken. I know that sounds daft, as if to say, right, just have this because you know that you just can't do this. You can't, you know, does that sound mad? But 16, yeah, to 8 fast. Yeah. So, yeah, I just think, like, personally, this is how I think. And I'm not saying this is right, I'm just saying, because I was a meat eater. It, like, obviously some of you might resonate with this, some of you might not, but my little story, and then I'll, you know, we'll talk about it, is turkey then, because it's a bird and not a hybrid like a chicken, its digestive system seems to be pure its own meat, I have heard from. Yeah, well, the thing is, I see it like, I watched Forks Over Knives. I mean, this whole eating thing could be another division and divide, because it's like a label again. You're a vegetarian, you're a meat eater, you're a vegan. The vegans don't like the meat eaters, and the meat eaters think the vegans are mad, if anyone gets what I'm saying. They do use a lot of stuff against us. But anyway, I watched Forks Over Knives, and there's a few things on Netflix ages ago. Yes, I know what Netflix is, but I'm just saying. And I cried all the way through it, and then it was just like that started gradually putting me off. I think it was a few years ago when I tried to go full on vegan straight away, which didn't work. I mean, it worked for like 6 months, and then I thought I was getting pains and stuff. What I probably didn't realise was that it's just because my body was coming off stuff. It probably takes 6 months to come out your system anyway. But then I gradually got back on it. But like I said, I was only really eating chicken and fish, and it wasn't like every day, all day. Some people eat meat constant, like I said, breakfast, dinner and tea every day, 7 days a week. I believe if it was anything, if it was balance, then it would only be when we need it, and it wouldn't maybe it wouldn't be every day. And if it was something like if we were actually hunting for our own food, which we don't need to do now, so we're not going back to them days actually. Some people seem to think we're going back to the cave days. You know, in them days you would thank the animal, you know, when you caught it, and thank it for its meat, blah 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 blah. But it's like the Native American Indians, they used to use everything, every piece of that animal, say it was a deer, the skin, the intestine, everything, you know, the bones, everything, to make things out. So the whole thing was used, and it wasn't discarded. You know what I mean? Everything was used, which is like being really grateful for that animal, that it can give you clothing, this, that, and the other. But then there's that thing again, like I got into the whole thing of like the energy thing. So it was a bit like, and I'm only saying this as personally what I was thinking. I think we should eat all the colours of the rainbow. Yeah, and everyone, you know, put what they think. It is balanced, but, and then I used to think, well, if everything's, this is what gets me now. Like when people say everything's energy, and I was discussing this with a fella, everything's energy, and people may say, yeah, but if everything's energy, and that say that it's a chicken, for instance, the chicken's dead. So you're eating the flesh of that chicken. That chicken's not there anymore because its soul, its energy is out of that body now. It's not the chicken anymore, which is fair enough. You could look at it like that. But the thing is with these days is, some people will call it a conspiracy, but it's not if you look into it. It's what they're feeding the animals today with. And it's the same with us, because they feed us processed stuff. Processed food is a problem. But processed food is tasty. But processed food is a big problem. What do they feed the animals today? Because they're feeding them crap as well. So even if you could say, well, I believe the energy's not, I believe energy resides a little bit anyway, but energy's not in that animal anymore. So it's all right if you bless it and you can say thanks and all that. It's frequency, which I think, yeah. But what do they feed the animals these days? I think that's quite a big problem. They're sticking with hormones. They do this with it and they do that with it. Thank you. Purify. It was my own experience is that the turkey meat holds a weak lack of hormones. But not everybody eats turkey and stuff, do they? But what I'm trying to say is, hi Dolly, I grow my own veg but still eat meat. Yeah, and there's even that thing with veg, you know, because I watch a lot of beautiful people on YouTube growing their own veg and fruit. And I've seen a lot of people in other countries, you know, like Hawaii, places where it's really hot and sunny and lovely, where you're going to get tropical fruits. We ain't going to get tropical fruits in the UK. So it's all about people saying, like, Freak Essence TV or whatever. I was watching him the other day talking about 33 and shit. And I thought, yeah, that's all right when you can grow your own mangoes, but, you know, because they're saying you need to be growing your own and not off, you know, not even from the supermarket, because they pump them with stuff and they're not organic, the MGOs or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but some of us don't live in a country like you know, so just saying. I mean, people say, yes, you can get to, you know, other markets and that, but are they organic? Just saying, just thinking out loud, so. And pesticides and all that, yeah. I think it's almost like adrenochrome. Yeah, but then I have that really bit of a morbid thing where you think, well, if you think it's okay to eat an animal because you believe its energy, its soul's gone, you know, after it's gone. You know, it's died, it's been killed, hunted or whatever. That's okay to eat the meat. Well, then I look at what these elites do, if you get what I'm saying, and I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm like, yeah, but that isn't all right, is it? To me, it's a bit like the same thing, and I'm like, So I'm just wondering if anyone's on the belief of the whole energy thing with food, because do you believe, I know people argue like, oh, we're carnivores, we have fang-like teeth at the front, this, that and the other, but of what I'm seeming to believe, people will say, well, if you eat veg, you know, you're pulling veg out of the ground, and if everything's living and breathing, so is a plant. It's like, yes, it is. But if you're eating light, how do you eat the light? You eat fruit and veg that gives you something that you can pick, like an apple, a mango, bananas. It's bearing fruit. You're not digging up a banana tree to get bananas. You're not killing a mango tree by pulling its mangoes off. They're there for us to pick. And the photosynthesize, that's how you eat the light. You're not killing that whole plant off to have a piece of its fruit. You're just taking the fruit. Yeah, so a lot of people say they put the hand over food to see how much energy, like I get the tingle in my fingers. I've not tried that yet in the supermarket. I might actually do it and just see what I think. But I think giving thanks. Yeah, I see a lot of people say, because I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm saying if you do eat meat, that's why people used to give thanks to the meat and thanks to the dinner on the table, like a prayer of thank you for the food we eat, blah, 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 blah. Thank you to that animal. That's why an Avatar, you can tell that's a Native American Indian story and everything's connected, and they went in to destroy everything because it was native. But when the little dog thing at the beginning got killed by Jake, when it was after him, and she was like, no, and like, say thanks to it. She did something at the beginning, didn't she? Say thanks to it because we're all connected, which we all are. So I still always have that in my head, and it doesn't really go away. And that's why I think, the chicken the other day, I just think it doesn't taste like it used to, which would be, yeah, because of the stuff they pump it with today, a lot of waters and stuff, it's not like, my thing is, I think even if people were meat eating, animals were kept in better circumstances than they are now. So they would be happier. So their flow of energy, even if you were eating it, would be more sort of naturified than it is today, because they're traumatized. And that I do think again about the children and that stuff that goes on with that trauma that they do to the animals, but they treat us like animals as well. We're caged animals as well in a way. They treat us like cattle. You've heard that saying before. That's why, they treat us like cattle and we act like sheep. So just saying. And my dad Jedi is saying, take life to give life, is the saying I remember. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you were, it was in a good energy and it lived well and you looked after it, that's why people used to tend their own pigs and things like that, and they loved their animals, until the day came. But when they were eating the animal, they'd love the animal. So that love of that animal that you gave goes back to you. So there is that, and I think that as well. Very open-minded to it all. But I know personally, myself, I'm being pushed to look more at, get more on it, because like today, I had a potato, which I always do think I should really leave that sort of stuff for winter and eat the more fruits and veg in the lighter years. The lighter end of the year, and then the darker end of the year is more things that are a bit more bulky because we need it. But a potato, and I've got sweet potatoes in as well. I did have a bit of cheese. I had a little bit of organic cheese, which I know about dairy. People try and like the things that they like try and get off, but which wouldn't on me. And I had loads of spinach. Yes, eat seasonally. Yeah, eat seasonally. And big, massive portobello mushrooms, which I like them because I think they're quite meaty in a sense. They're big. And it was really, really, really nice. Could just obviously done without the cheese. I have made cashew cheesy things once when I was vegan, but corn has meatless products made with mushrooms, very good. Yeah, it's mad because I do see a lot of vegan, vegetarian stuff in corn, but I don't always like corn because I actually do think there's not good things in some of that stuff as well, because those on that side did make a big thing out of I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying out of vegetarian stuff, a big movement, because there was a big movement going with it. And then didn't Richard Branson or someone try to put something out, or McDonald's, which I don't trust as far as I could throw them, with the whole vegan burger. And I just think I didn't go for that one. Still 33 in the house. So yeah, there's all that sort of side to it, but I still have that niggling in my head of, no, we are not eating that. You're going to get off these little last things that it is that letting go you still holding on to. Because like I said, we all do get addicted to things, and the physical body wants physical things and certain things. So yeah, I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms. So I don't know if anyone seen the film Halation or something, where it's a really weird film and there's an energetic field they go through. I think it's Natalie Portman or something. I probably got it wrong. And High Revolution Revisited, and is it Arash? Is it Arash? And yeah, making you hungry. Go and get some fruit. Got blueberries. Love pineapple. And there's a part in it where there's this bear, weird looking thing, and it eats this girl, and then it goes round the other girls while they're sat there tied to chairs. It's like really weird. And it opens its mouth, and all you can hear is the girl, that the bear thing, because it wasn't exactly a bear, was screaming. Her energy was like still inside it, and it did make me think of that whole animal energetic sort of thing. And I was like, that was sort of showing you all that in that film, because that film was really weird, like getting your head around it. Food for thought. Yeah, food for thought. But then you could say it's a thought that you put in your food if you believe you think it's wrong. Therefore, you're putting an energy into it that it is wrong, so it's still not going to, like, balance your body because you believe it's wrong. But mine's just that thing of, it doesn't worry me because I know I have this thing in my head where it's like, I personally don't need to be eating it. But it is hard when you're around people that do, or most of the people around you do. I know people that have been vegetarian or vegan or whatever, and then I heard a few months back, they've gone back to eating meat because they couldn't socialise with the friends and stuff without being tempted, or restaurants and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure they do have more vegan and vegetarian things now. But I do remember when I went to New York last year, I couldn't really, it was quite hard when I went there. It was like, there's not much choice, and I thought there'd be loads of choice, but I don't know where we were going, but there wasn't much choice in New York where the shops we were at. But yeah, but and then we've got the whole thing of hang on a minute, so let me switch this down. You can be a carnivore to, what is it? I don't know if it's a pescatarian, a vegetarian, a vegan. There's probably loads of different ones, and then raw vegan or whatever, or raw, where it's just totally raw. And then there's breatharian, where people just eat breath. And if you haven't heard of that, you need to look into it. But I personally don't think we're going to that. And we talk about DNA change and stuff like that. Certain things that we talk about, you hear a lot of people talking about, is people say we're going back to, we need to go back to that. It's like, do we? Or is that just, so many things are changing anyway, that maybe it will be different. It won't actually be like what we think it was way back when, that we have to do it that way because, it's just different. Maybe. But you know what I mean? It's just, sun gazing is also a form of human energy gathering. Yeah, they say eating the sort of like breatharian, breathing in. I do actually think it's hard and more expensive. It is. And that's the other thing too. It's all right, people saying, oh, you've got to eat organic and you've got to eat that. When you've got a couple of kids, or you've been on your own with a couple of kids, and they know this with mothers and things like that, they're going to go for the cheapest things. We know that. The quickest things, that cook in microwaves, and it's best to do homemade stuff, but people do that for a quicker life, of the rushing of life that people do when they're at work, they're trying to get the kids and this, that and the other. Well, yes, we all know what microwaves are, the nuking machines. They nuke your food anyway, even though we do it sometimes. They nuke your food, and they're taking all the goodness out. We think that cooking it is good, but actually I think it takes all the nutrients out. You know, like I said, I do know about the whole thing about being more alkaline, and I do try with stuff, but I need to try a lot harder. But and that's not because people are saying, yes, you've got to do that. I've just had a feeling that's what I should be doing. And to tell the truth, a lot of people go, oh, I couldn't live a life without meat, but it's not actually that much of a bigger thing. Really, if you think about it, meat, most people, I'm not saying all people, most people will put some sort of marinade on it, sauce on it, herbs or spices to taste the meat up anyway, you know, to make it taste nice. When you're getting a fruit or something and you're biting into it, it's just naturally gorgeous, isn't it? It's naturally gorgeous. There was a yogi, Effie, he was a 120 breatharian. I'll see if I can. Yeah, I've watched the videos on it, and I think it's mad, but I don't think you could jump from a meat eater to a breatharian. You know, I think it takes time to do something like that, and I have watched a lot of videos on it. It is amazing. It's like, wow. Because I think we eat too much today, and our digestive system isn't meant to handle the amount of crap that we eat, especially because a lot of it is processed. So even if we were saying, yeah, we are supposed to have a bit of meat, but it wouldn't be in the consumption, because consumerism today is ridiculous. The consumption that we have it today, because it's easy to get hold of, and most of the tasty stuff is cheap, but it's crap and it's not doing our bodies any good. And that goes into the whole thing of, we know, when you eat rubbish, you feel rubbish, and it is that mindset. And I do believe there's lots of foods out there that actually make you ill. We know this because people get diabetes and stuff, you know, and stuff goes along with stuff. And I do believe there's a lot of food out there that eating too much of that stuff can give you depression and anxiety and stuff like that. So, you know, it is all about balance. Yeah, meat eating to imagine, I'm a meat eater, I've gone to breatharian. I've skipped past vegetarian, pescatarian, vegan and raw. I've just gone to breath. Be like, what? Oh, I can imagine saying that to my mum now. Mum, I'm a breatharian. What are you having for tea tonight? What do you want? I'm a breatharian. What do you mean you're a breatharian? What? Yeah, give us some breatharian soup. It's just a bowl. That's it. It's there. It's already there. Could eat it all day. No, I'm just being daft, but yeah. Cells, amino acids. Yeah. So I don't know what you're all thinking in chat. Does anyone here do a lot of you know, trying to be good on their old I know, Effie, you've got the old being more alkaline, you know, more fresh fruits and veggies. Because some people say, oh, you're drinking lemon, that's acidic. It's not acidic when it goes in your body. It's acidic on the outside. That's why you have a lot of peels and things with acidic stuff. Not in your body. Not those sort of fruits are not acidic in your body. That's what people need to look into. So people think salt's bad. Oh, salt's bad. Oh, babies have died for loads of salt. Yeah, I have pink Himalayan salt and it's actually good for you. It's a mineral. You're always told the opposite. Google it. It's always told the opposite. I believe the actual food triangle. What do they say in the food triangle? The meat's at the top, you know, this, that, and the other. You've got to have so many. Well, I believe all the fruit and veggies at the top. I can't remember how they. Let me see. Carbs is a lot of people's downfall. My biggest one is probably bread. Even though I get like sunflower bread stuff, it's still gluten. Gluten is glue. Glue sticks to your body. Gluten. And I probably think in these times right now, you know, people use food as a crutch. It's a bit of a comfort thing, comfort eater. And I've been a comfort eater before, you know, where you think, oh, with what's going on now with people's mindsets, it's like they probably will reach for certain stuff that they feel, you know, like, oh, food or something. I got some chocolate in this week, but it's dark chocolate. Dave Murphy's good. Dave Murphy has an interesting one. Urine therapy. Yeah, I've actually spoke to Dave Murphy. I met him at a convention the other year with Roxanne, and I think we had about 2 hours talking about that, and it was interesting. Yeah, I would only try it as a last resort first. I know people go, ooh, I know. Oh, I can't say that it's good for binds to heavy metals. Yeah, heard that grated unwaxed lemon skin over something like a salad is more powerful than a session of chemotherapy. I've been putting I've not been having it every day, but remember my lemon with a little lemon juicer, and I just drink that in the morning if I remember. I have been putting it in water, and I did buy myself a big bag of proper food grade vitamin C to put in water. And it does taste a bit like, and it's not white, it's like because it's organic, it's like a beige colour. Anything should be vaxing yourself with, dosing yourself up with, is vitamin C and vitamin D. Still 33 in the house, that's nice to know. Let me see if they've got it, unless it's changed. Let's see. Oh, what's that? That's not that. Yeah, hang on, let's have a look at it. Yeah, right. So the healthy food pyramid. I mean, you get ones that look a bit different now. At the top is fat, oil, sugar, and sweets. What? No, I can't even see that one. Have a look. Best thing I packed was bread and butter and sugar. Well, oh, packed. I thought you said, but yeah, exactly. I was about to go, Dave, what do you mean? You packed? I thought you meant you packed it in your bag. You packed your sugar, your bread, and your butter. And I was about to go, oh my God, yeah. Butter. I think if anyone's going to have butter, full fat butter, not like margarine, because that's got plastics in it if you're going to. Bread is one of my downfalls. And yeah, sugar's like the cocaine of, it's even worse than that, I think. All bread is down the bottom. Yeah, it's instead of the worm thing. I mean, yeah. I can't. I don't get what's going on with this food pyramid. Because why is it not? Oh, right, that's the optimal number of. Yeah, anyway, I'm not even looking at that. It just goes on about your percentage of dairy, doesn't it? And this, that, and the other, which I don't believe we're supposed to be having. Oh, yeah, I know, Dave, I know. This is what I've just been saying about 17 thumbs up. They're probably the ones that people find the most hard, to get off, because like I said, people have the things, don't they, drink or drugs or food or whatever. Lots of magnesium, yeah. Because like I just said, bread's called gluten for a reason. It's like glue, it sticks to you. You got sugar that's processed anyway. And, butter. So, yeah, baking soda has many here. Yes, baking soda does. I get baking soda in. You can have that with a bit of apple cider vinegar too. But I do believe sometimes maybe if you do eat a lot of meat, because this is where it's quite strange actually, or maybe it's not. I'm less angrier, and I don't know if anyone agrees with this, with not eating meat, and I know I've just said I had a bit of chicken, so I could say eating less meat, than when I consumed more meat a few years ago. Yes, I get triggered and stuff, but I'm less angrier. not doing that. And then it makes me think of the energy again around animals and what goes on with animals today. Not before, not back way when your nana and granddad were younger, or, you know, before the 1950s or whatever, because I think animals were brought up in a better situation. So I don't know if anyone is resonating with what I've just said there at all. But I didn't start eating real butter till I was in my 20s. Depends what meat. Yeah, we're not saying any meat's wrong or right or anything. We're just saying, you know, what people's things on it. We've got people who are vegetarian, are vegan, eat meat eaters. And even if, like, I saw someone do a really good video once, and it was meat eater versus a vegan or something ages ago, and I actually think it was Avi, and I don't know if you know Avi, who does the thing with Tommy Robinson, and someone went up to him and he just said a really good thing as a meat eater. He said, look, mate, I agree with you about animals. He said, you're never going to stop me from eating animals because I really like my meat. That's what the guy said. But he said, I will agree with you that we consume too much and something should be done about that and the way animals are kept. He said, but he wouldn't stop eating it. But I said, I do agree with you. So instead of arguing, because it's that labelling thing of division again, you're a vegan and you're a meat eater versus that. But he did say, I'll agree on, you know, let's come together and agree on that. And the guy was like, I agree on that. I do agree on that. I think a lot of vegans who are very passionate, or vegetarians, whatever, would agree, would come to a consumption that they'd rather, if someone's not going to stop eating meat, that they would agree that they would consume less, and they don't even like the way some of the animals are kept. So, you know, there is that sort of both-sided thing sort of thing if you look at it. Yeah, try not to eat sugar. Yeah, I try not to. But it's one of the things I'm going to be like, you know, I'm not going to lie, it is hard. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. Because like I said, everyone has something. Like I said, people can have alcohol. They might not be trying to, you know, it could be an alcoholic. I don't know. They're coming off that. Someone could be coming off drugs. There's lots of things. There's addiction to shopping. There's addiction to a lot of things. You know, people don't realise that they're actually addicted to stuff. And food is an addiction. My Viking blood, I need meat. And then there's that thing of, you know, we all go on about like that picture up there with the tree on it. You know, we're all family. Different directions, one route. Is that a thing of, we are all different, and different bodies may need different things. Just because you're doing something doesn't mean it's right for somebody else, or maybe just right not now. People have got to go through that process of, I think it's a slow process myself, and sometimes you fall and you get back off and you get back on it if you wish to, if you choose to take that path. Some people do just go straight off it, and that's that, and that's them. But not everybody's like that. That's why so many people get so like, oh, you should be doing this. Oh, I did it. It's like, yeah, but that was you. Coconut sugar. I still eat chicken dolls to get my protein. Oh yeah, but people have got to remember there is a lot of protein in other stuff that hasn't got meat in it. Because people always think that it's protein. You only get protein from meat, and it's not. And I do like eggs, but I'm still trying to get off them, because I did go off them for quite a while, because people think they're you know, the protein and all that, but they're actually, of what I found out, it's in that book as well, acidic. So just watch how many you eat. They say cholesterol is acidic. So just go back a bit. Add pure high grade CBD oil daily. Yeah, CBD oil to your diet puts your body and all organs into balance. Yeah. And what was that there? Just checking. If anyone has a sugar addiction, I'm sure you all do, even if you don't know it. They put sugar in everything. Switch to brown sugar. Well, funny enough, what's in my tea here is brown sugar. And then I'll try to go down again. Dolly, I try 1 banana mushed up, then beat 3 eggs. Yeah. I eat meat, but these animals get pumped full of steroids and other chemicals. Thank you, a user with no name. That's the thing. It's not necessarily because you know, people are like, oh, I eat meat, and some people say that's wrong. I don't think it's actually, if you eat meat, you eat meat. But what I'm trying to say is, like you've just said there, it's the shit they put in the meat these days than they used to do years ago. It's not organic. They stick organic on anything and people buy it. So sometimes I think, yeah, and people will buy it. Doesn't always mean it's organic, but this is what I'm trying to say. Animals are pumped up with crap, so it's not even that thing of like, if you're not into the energy thing, you're not that. That's fine. Fine. What I'm saying is, for the fact they do pump animals with crap, so you know, grass-fed meat I heard is best. Yeah, because grass-fed meat. Animals that eat grass, that are fed, that's the natural way. But the way they do things now to fatten things up, to do this, to do that, pumping with steroids, it's not natural. It's not organic. And you don't know what it's doing to your body. You're eating that animal that's ate that crap, and you're eating that animal. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not necessarily about because you've ate an animal, because like I said before, you could say, well, when the spirit leaves the body, the body's just a body. Even though I still think energy resides. But what did that being eat when it had a spirit in it? What was it doing to its physical body? Because you're eating the physical body, and then the physical body is going into you, and meat does sit in you a lot, and it takes a lot of time for your body to digest, and some stuff. That's why people have the clear outs. I can't remember what they're called. Can reside in you for years. It's rotting flesh, so I put people off, but I'm just saying. Mock meat is pure. No. So, one of the highest protein producing plants is my favourite plant. Not smoking or vaping, eating or uncooked so you don't get high rather than. Yeah, they now have mock meat. What could that be? I know. Yeah, grown in a lab, exactly. And that's why people go, you're vegetarian, or you got this, that, and the other, and they go, they got this mock meat. Why would you want to eat mock meat? Oh, 17 comes up there. But they're growing stuff in labs. Like, what's in the mock meat? Whatever they're trying to kill us off with in meat, they will stick in other things where people go, ooh, it's trendy because it's mock meat, it's for vegetarians, it's for vegans. Yeah, but they do put shit in that. Veggie burgers are full of estrogen. That's what I mean. They do this stuff. So people think they're being healthy, especially the young generation. They went in more veganism, and then they go and get these certain makes of food and they pump stuff in that. The best thing really, obviously, is to make your own veggie burgers and stuff. But like I'm saying, they've tried to get us on every level. So do not think that they didn't try to get in the vegan area, because that was big money. When people start, the thing is, when they see a movement go, oh, we're not eating meat anymore, we're going vegan, or whatever it is at the time, the big companies go, oh, the majority are going vegan, so we're going to make these vegan foods, and whatever shit they're putting in the other food, they will put in that food. What's slowly killing us off? Like the rat poisoning they had in the cereal bars. Just saying, it's out there. It's out there. It's out there. Yeah, try amazing grass green superfoods, exactly. It's like this, you could say, oh, they sprays with everything, and this is the thing, it's like, yeah, but we're trying, you know what I'm saying? I suggest dates. Yes, I use dates as sugar, so when I do, does anyone know about bananas? I have this thing about bananas, are they more acidic or something? I don't know, but bananas with oat milk, with dates, 2 or 3 dates, because I've got them in the cupboard, that sweetens it up, with a ton of spinach in it. And sometimes I put walnuts in, or a little bit of peanut butter, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Greeny sort of fruit drinks, really, 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 really nice. But absolutely loads of spinach. I love spinach. Yeah, macaroo. And I know ginger's good. All the things that were given us naturally by nature is brilliant. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, yes. Palm oil, if it's bad. Yeah, they have a lot of things that they bring out as funky and trendy, and everyone will buy it, and then you find out actually it's not as good as said it was. Like they're saying salt's bad for you. Salt isn't bad for you. I use pink Himalayan salt. It's not, it's a mineral. Everything in balance. Banana have which natural lowers. Yeah, it's just that I thought I saw someone say on a channel something about bananas, and I thought it was really odd. And then I asked someone, and they never really sort of said anything, and I don't actually know if it was in this book. And then someone said, now we know someone said, and this, that, and the other, and people do go mad over stuff, that bananas were not real fruit. And I was like, what? So, yeah, and everything is mostly packaged in plastic, which is not good for food that's wrapped in plastic, as we all know. We know that because bits of plastic come off, leach into your food, which goes into us. So there's loads of ways they get us. You know, it is quite hard to fight the food fight. It's all right, people saying be organic, be this, but they sort of covered all areas, if you get what I'm saying. But it's better than not trying to do something. Hybridized fruits, yes, hybridized fruits and everything. You know, people going about the fruits that are not real fruits, so we're not. You know, there is all that, and then people going about conspiracies things again, but you know, we could go on and on. But I'm just saying, you know, there is mad stuff out there. Yeah, farmers markets are best. I think that. And I was thinking, you know, when we get out of this again, even if I have to get on the bus and go out a little bit further just to go and get that food once a week, that's what I've got to do. The only thing I do find hard is my children. My eldest does not want to not, well, you know what teenagers are like. They don't really want to eat anything healthy. Mine doesn't anyway. My youngest is all right with some stuff, but it's still a bit hard. Mind you saying that. Yeah, sort of on and off. Yeah, carrots and yeah. What I've got to start juicing again is I brought juice was carrots, apple with ginger root in it, but I haven't got the ginger root yet. I didn't want to get the powder. I wanted to get pure ginger root. It's pretty expensive, £4 of root. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, and that's sweet with the apple in it. I got Granny Smith apples to put in the carrot juice in the morning. It was really, really, really nice. Anyone had a hippo? What do you mean? Watch fruit, research numbers on them. Yeah, organic farmers, but hard to come by. That's why over in America, Trump was bringing the farmers back because we know what they were doing there. Just saying. My mum said that rotten bananas made the best banana cake. Yeah, I love banana cake. I love banana cake. But it's that thing when I don't want to eat too much flour and stuff like that. But yeah, banana cake's really nice. No. Yeah, I buy US veggie products to say no to the Mexican veggies. Yeah, at the minute. I take CBD oil and pure aloe vera gel, drink every day. Cleanse your gut. Yeah. Feel sweets if I can't eat anything sweet or with added sugar, stop the smell. I know it's mad because you know when you get off certain stuff, you sort of don't miss it in the end. It's just like you're coming off that craving, and then when you taste it, you're like, oh my god, it's really, really sweet. And I'm going somewhere this week on a date night thing, and I'm hoping that we can find somewhere veggie, you know, and have something nice. Because the thing is, people will look at veggie stuff or vegan stuff, they'll go, but it's actually really nice and it's so creative stuff. So when you're actually making it yourself, because I have done that and I've done certain stuff, and it's probably that thing as a kid, like, because I was one of them kids, oh, I hate veg, and it's really nice, and there's a lot you can make. But because we live in a fast society today, people want things quick. I'm not saying this is everyone, but you know, people are working and it's like, oh, we want this now and quick, and I can't be bothered making it, blah, blah, blah. But it is lovely because when you're putting energy into your own food you make, and it's, you know, you're loving doing it, there's energy in there. But I know I'm making you all hungry now. There's sugar in milk, probably, but they pump a lot of stuff in milk, don't they? Because milk is pus, basically. Like, not the way they used to eat sweet. Yeah, I like sweet potatoes. And I do think you should eat seasonally, but I do really think when I think about things, when I said, like, eat more of the light, you would be eating fruit. Things that come off, like tomatoes and fruit and things like that, because it's that, yeah, soul food. It's, because like I said at the beginning, I've had that thing where someone's gone, yeah, but if you're eating veg and you believe everything's energy, you're killing the plant. If you're eating, like, certain things you have to pull out the ground. And it's like, well, no, because fruit grows off a tree and you just pick it. You're not killing the whole tree to get an apple. it's bearing its gifts to you. So, you know, and it's photosynthesis and it's full of light and juicy waters, very juicy fruits. So, you know, I had a friend who eats like that, and there's a Dr. David, I can't remember who it is on YouTube. He's got white hair, can't remember what his name is. He's really jolly and spiritual. And one of my friends from school actually got taught off him, and she has a melon in the morning for a breakfast, you know, when she, whatever time she has that at, you know, water, red grapes, black grapes are supposed to be very good for cancer fighting and lots of things. Yeah, my dad knows, not met him yet. Yeah, you know, if you eat a lot of grapes, they're supposed to be very cleansing. I want to get to the point where I'd like to do a full week's cleanse, and I keep saying I am, and I just can't get round to it at the minute. I'm going to. It's just that yeah, getting that I think it's more tempting for me sometimes when my little one's not here at the minute, but when he's about and he wants certain things, sometimes you do that thing without realising, oh, just have a bit of a taste of that, and it's like, but and definitely more water, obviously. Maybe he will do one day. He's not here right now. Maybe he will do. Maybe he's the invisible man. Maybe he's here right now. He's there. You never know. Maybe in the future. Maybe when a lot of this stuff has come out and there's more things to be doing of healing and joyful things and stuff that we will be going to, because that's what we have to go to. I know Dave's got a new logo, so it gets a bit confusing. People change the pictures. Sometimes you look at the pictures more than your name you like. It's like when Effie, when you changed yours, it's like, well, who's that? Oh, yeah, because sometimes I can tell you off your pictures. Is that Hoxley Herbs Cures? Yeah. Dr. Bergman. It might be him, yeah. There's a guy with white hair. That doesn't sound like him. I mean, there's loads of good people, obviously. He's white hair, American, dead jolly, really, really nice. He does the eye thing, because you can tell by your eyes what's wrong in your body. And I got a reflexology book the other day. I'll show you in a minute. I've got a couple of things to show you, actually, because, you know, we're talking about Mindset Mondays. We're talking about food at the minute. Organic GM and CH free, also guaranteed other toxins. It's business. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm reading what you're writing to Dave Maud, so yeah, I can see you all talking. But like I said, it's not I think of, oh, should we be eating this, should we be eating that? But I just feel myself that, yes, I've got to push myself to be a bit more stronger, because I have fell off it for a couple of weeks, just every night. I'm not saying every day, I'm just saying a few times I've had chicken. That's not a big, like, oh my God, you know, I'm really upset with myself. I'm not. It's just one of them things. You know, you fall off, you get back on it. But I do think, because there's a lot of energies flying about them, and everything's like, definitely going on, as we all know. Don't tell me about. Oh yeah. Alfred Weber interviewed someone on carbon. Oh, it's next time I find him, I'll put it out on this on Mindset Mondays, because I can't remember what his name is. Something like, it's not David. It's something like, I don't know. He's got white hair. Older guy, really, really nice. Yeah, you're hungry now. So, like I say, our body is our temple. It's hard on this earthly realm, because there's so many things to be tempted by, food-wise. And we know it's not good for us. We know really sweets aren't good for us. Sugary things aren't good for us. We know this. You know, there's a lot of people who are brilliant out there and they don't touch, but there's a lot of people who've been doing stuff for a long time, and their bodies are off that now, and they've weaned themselves off it, and they've cleansed of it, and they've detoxified. I wouldn't say I've actually detoxified myself to that extent where everything's totally out my system. I know it's not. But I've noticed lately, even though I have had a bit of chicken, there's this thing very strong at the back of my head going, no, you know you shouldn't be having it. And like, really bad last week, hardly drinking any water, which is, yeah, Santos is brilliant. Yeah, he is really brilliant. It's like, why have I not been doing that? Got the water out now. Why? Even though I'm telling myself, and I know it's good for you, it's like the fountain of life, you know, but It's like I've had a force going, no, we don't want you to have that. And it's like, yes, but I will. Yeah, you've been going about black seed oil for ages, Dave Maud. I think since you've been coming in, yeah. I need to stop eating biscuits. So it's so hilarious because my fellow he loves his chocolate biscuits, and I'm always like, there's a pack of biscuits there, just have one or two. I will tell you now, they will all go. So you just think, well, just not. I'm just gonna have to not buy them in. just not gonna. You go down the aisle. Is it me or did someone say the other day Boris Johnson and said something about they don't want to put chocolate biscuits and things at the front of the aisles because we know why they put them there to entice you. They put them there so you'll buy them. We know the shit. We all know the crap, but they taste nice. But you get to that point when you think, I'd just stop buying them in. I'm going to stop going down that aisle even. Because it was great because I don't go down the meat aisle. Yes, my kids do eat a bit of meat. Well, the little one in my house, I'm saying that, he doesn't like processed stuff, but I don't tend to go down that aisle. And it's great not to go down that aisle. So I'm going to have to miss the whole biscuit. But then you'd say, everything in moderation and everything balanced. I think it's all right to have a bit, but once you pop, you can't stop. The Pringles. I know. Yeah, I did think this year, Dave. I said that to myself. I thought something, somewhere. And when does it happen? In lockdown. So that's weird. There was either makeups or breakups. So, I mean, Emergence of the Omniverse. That sounds like a good book. Yeah, I've heard about colloidal silver. I've not had it yet myself. It's like I say though. I know you can make it yourself as well. There's all these things you want to get. Hello? Oh, hang on. I'm on YouTube, where is it? Hang on. Tell everyone's fine, let me go. Right. Just running to the bottom of the street because my sister's on the phone. We're trying to see the moon and I've realised it's really low and it's golden. So give me 2 minutes. I'm going to leg it. I think I've just seen it out my bathroom window. It's that low. I'm going to leg it down the street and I'll be back in a minute. 2 minutes. I'm going to try and get a picture. Right, hang on. Right, I'm going. I've got shorts on the light. I just had to run out and there's no, I couldn't see anything. Alright then, everyone's waiting. Alright, bye. Right, I couldn't see it. I thought I could see it through the bathroom window. I can't. My sister said it's massive, it's really, really yellow. But my fella's just told me maybe another hour it'll have to come up over where I am because I couldn't see it. So is Sue, what's Sue saying? Can't see the moon in an hour. She can see it unless it's something else. But I know it's supposed to be, what moon is it supposed to be or something going on anyway, innit? But wow, I've just gone out, right, Mary, wow, I've just gone out and looked at it, the moon's strangest, that's what she just said, she went, have you seen the moon? It's the strangest moon I've ever seen, and she's trying to take a picture of it, and she said it's very low, that's why I can't see it at the minute where she is, I can't see it, I thought I could see it out the bathroom window, but I've not gone to the main road on my own to go and take a picture, but she's trying to take a picture for me, so if you can see it, go and have a look, it's very low, and she said it's very, the strangest moon she's ever seen, so there you go. So, sorry, I just had to run out because I was like, what? I thought I'd just run out in the garden, but it's not up yet. It said it's very low. So, sorry about disappearing, but I went to have a look. Wow, I've just gone out and looked at the moon, strangest moon I've ever seen in a long time. Really low, full, and really yellow. That's what my sister just said, really yellow. Thanks, Dolly's sister. Yes, we know there's stuff going on, and there's something with Moon's energy, something going on. Talking about Lionsgate and this, that, and the other, and lots of energies, lots of good stuff coming in. So there was that. See, my sister's onto things, and she always, rings me. I'm just like, yeah, forget it, YouTube, going outside looking at the moon. But I will keep checking if it rises and comes over. So check the moon, people. Oh my God. Yeah, so I forgot what I was talking about. I'm going to pull some cards. So yeah, as I was saying, our body is the temple, and I do believe we have to be aware of what we're putting in our bodies more than ever, I do really think. And like I said, it's not me saying you should eat meat, you shouldn't eat meat, it's whatever you feel. But I've just find it funny how I've noticed, I've noticed a great waning. I've noticed a lot of people going, I'm gradually coming off certain things. Or I've even heard people saying, it's like I've had something saying to me, you can't eat this food anymore. It's like, you've had that now, you're not eating this sort of food anymore, or you need to drink water more, or if anyone gets, I've heard a lot of people saying that they've just got this knowing that there's certain stuff, they know deeply that they shouldn't be doing certain stuff, and they know they're trying, wanting to come off it. So yeah, people have been saying the moon been popping up in different places. It's weird, it's in a place in the sky. That's what I mean. I'm like, where's the moon? It's normally like where she's like, it's at. I said, I can't see it. So I guess I'll have to wait. But I do believe food, when we are careful of what we eat, it can help us. And the more healthy you try to be, even though you could say it's hard because of the way they've tried to get us, but trying, and believing will help you with your mindset. Healthy body, healthy mind helps your spirit too. We know this is a fact because when you eat crappy food, like a lot of carbs and a lot of shitty foods, a lot of junk food, it makes you feel lethargic and also putting weight on, and that doesn't make you feel good about yourself. There's a lot of pushes out there to, women and men, feel beautiful, being, the way you want to be, meaning eat more food. It doesn't matter. Well, your health does matter, because as you get older, if you don't have your health, you've got nothing. If you can't move about, I see people like this all the time. If you can't get about, you've got nothing. Once you start sitting down and your joints start aching and things start not working properly and you can't move and you can't get out, it is harder to do things. It is harder. And even if you're in a place where you're in a certain thing, or there's certain things, from accidents as you've been in, and you could be in a wheelchair or anything, you're always going to feel better, even if you're in that predicament, feeling lighter in yourself and healthier in yourself with the food that you eat. Meaning there's a lot of people that with that mindset and food that doesn't help us, you can start getting anxiety and depression of because the stuff you are eating, then you don't want to go out because you don't feel good about yourself, and then you're doing that whole thing of hiding yourself in from the world. And not getting out about, not even getting out in fresh air. So I know people who have scooters and different things, or ability things, but they're still not going out. You can still go out. They're getting that mindset of, not wanting to. And I do strongly believe a lot of food consumption of the wrong foods can contribute to that sort of feeling, stay off any prescribed medications, find a homeopathic treatment. Yeah, I wouldn't say like it's wrong to take certain stuff, because there are some stuff out there they do try and help, but you could always go and look at holistic treatments to see what they are. That is what Trump's going on about with the whole like QHC, he's calling it a vaccine, that thing, but he is talking about holistic stuff. And I always think, if it was me, I would always try the holistic route before anything. Not saying that everything's bad, it's not, but I would, the natural stuff. I mean, I just think, if someone had something and they could go down the holistic route, it's not going to hurt them to go down the holistic and look at that first, is it? But we all know there's certain diseases out there, big one, beginning with C, that we all hate. And they don't want you on holistic stuff for that. They'd rather kill you off with the stuff that they give you, that they say that's good. Hello? No, he said that it's probably not, because it's quite low, it's probably not come over yet. Someone just said they've seen it, it's dead yellow and dead low, the weirdest moon they've ever seen. But no, I think it's too low that I can't see it at the minute. That's a good picture. No, I've done that. You take a picture and it doesn't look as big as you think it looks. But no, I can't see it yet, so I'll have to check in a bit. So they all said, thanks, Dolly's sister. All right, bye. Oh, thank you, Four Leaf Clover. Yeah, so, you know, I'm still on the whole, like, food thing, because food has always been a thing in my life of, that's probably been my bit of addiction, isn't it? I don't mean overeating as such, I just mean not always eating the right things, and I've had a sweet tooth and this, that and the other, and it's hard because, like I said, food is an addiction. So all I'm trying to say is as well, if you're feeling pulled to eat more healthier or come off meats, or you know, you've brought that down, you know, and then sometimes you might have had a little bit, you feel bad, don't feel bad about it. Tapper, I was just saying, I didn't see you there, sorry. I was just saying, Tapper, you went through eating a lot of meat and then you went off it, and then you just, did you say you just eat a little bit now? But, you know, don't beat yourself up for things that you think you should be doing. Just, you know, everything in balance, and you'll come to the natural way of what you believe to be right for yourself. So, yeah. I'm going to pull some cards, but definitely more water, because water's more than we know. That's why he did say over there in America, crystal clean water and crystal clean air. And if anyone's got any advice or anything, you can put it in chat, you know, about different foods or more alkaline foods or anything like that. The higher carbon sugar consumption I have, the lower I get. It feels great at the time, but the aftermath is a bit like alcohol. Yeah, that's what I mean. All that stuff, like when people go to McDonald's, they love it at first, but it doesn't fill you up. It doesn't do anything. It's just they put all that stuff in it to make it taste nice. It doesn't do anything. It's like a false fullness, where when you do eat fresh and you do eat like fresh organic food, you can tell the difference. You can so tell the difference. Your sister is so nice, Dolls. Do you get to see her a lot? Yeah, she only lives down the road. And even if we don't see each other, we're close. We're very close. She's into the same things as me, or looking into it. She's into Q now. She knew about it a bit ago, even though at first she thought it was bonkers. Now she's into it. All her friends are in it. They were all talking about it yesterday when they met up for something. She's looking into more. She's always been into spiritual stuff, but she's just looking into things a bit more, trying to get a bit more deep on some things. But that's what we're all trying to do. You know, we're all trying to do different things in our own way. You know, all in our own divine time. You know, like I said with the whole thing of the awakening, it's all drippy, slowly. Otherwise, you can shock your body and your mind into things that it may want to sort of resist, and it may sort of want to jump back to what it was doing, because it's like this big whole shock thing. So, you know, someone said the other day, I can't remember if it was Simon Parks, I think it was Simon Parks on his channel, and he was saying he eats meat and he knows he's got to come off it and he wants to come off it, but he said he knows he won't be doing it till next year. I don't know if he's giving him that thing of like, I don't know if he means he likes it, he knows he's got to come off it, he's just going to enjoy it a bit, like but he knows he's got to come off it, but he knows for himself it won't be till next year. You know, there might be people going, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, yeah, it's going to be tomorrow, it's going to be next week, when they know they're not going to do it. Just slowly. At least you're heading that way. Yeah, fairies in a bottle were cute. I think it's up there. I'm just trying to get my cards right. Well, yeah, my sister's always understood what I was saying, even though I can be a bit fiery with stuff, but I've always been like that. And she was saying today, oh, some people like what you're saying, but you know when you get a bit fiery and you get a bit, because you are passionate about it and you can get a bit effy jeffy sometimes in this. I said, yeah, but I know that about myself. It's not that I don't know, but I'm just being the true authentic me, which is going to be a chat we'll be talking about next week, because I can only be me. It's your intentions that are behind it, but people get so caught up in stuff because they believe, they take offence to everything. And sometimes when I'm saying things, when that's why I try and say I'm not talking to you lot in chat, and sometimes I will say things abruptly, but the people who are just waking up now, and probably the people before that saw us waking up, it's that thing of it's hard sometimes when you've had ridicule and you've had all that, and sometimes it does basically get up your nostrils, but we're not saying to them people, you know, 'cause sometimes I'll say something like, you lot out there, and I'll do it in my Facebook post because that's all I really use it for. And I know that after, you know, sometimes, but that's just sometimes if the energy's got me that way and stuff going on, but I do reflect after. But it's about being your true authentic self, you know. Sometimes things need to be said, but there are people out there that they've got to learn to stop taking offence to things at the end of the day sometimes. And there's that whole thing of, and I've said it before, oh, it's not spiritual though, is it? What does spiritual look like and sound like? Basically, it's the truth at the end of the day, standing in your own power and your own light. Like I said, spirituality, some people think, oh, you have to be dead soft like a doormat or something, and it's not. There's different waves of being spiritual and different waves of like light warriors or whatever you say, you know, because we're all different. And like I say, it's a frequency of understanding somebody anyway. But I do find that a lot. Because people get mixed up with that whole thing of that. I that's how I feel at the minute anyway, personally. That's how I feel at the minute. People will say it's not very spiritual, as it's like, what's it supposed to look like, smell like and sound like? Because I'm telling you now, a lot of these nicey people that have said they've been doing nice things around the world for the children are not doing nice things for children. And they act like they are, they look like they are, they look like that sort of person that would, and they sound like they are, but they're not. They wear a mask, so you've got to be careful about that. It's like you said, you'll get bikers or people full of tattoos can be the nicest people in the world, but you're looking at someone and you're judging them by what they look like or sound like sometimes. There's false prophets, you know what I'm saying? So be very careful how you judge a book by its cover. And even what they're trying to say sometimes. Truth and lies in everything. Yeah, it is a good, I think it's a good, it is a good health to have a bit of a rant, because like I said, even when I was listening to Sasha Stone today with a lady I had on that I've not seen before, I've said this, she said it today, I think I said it yesterday. You're allowed to be in your emotions, you're allowed to go up and down in your emotions, you just do not dwell in it. People who hold anger, like I could be angry at something, I could get triggered about something, but I'm not going to stay in it. People can stay in it for days. Some people will stay in weeks. Some people will stay in it for a year and years and never let go of anything and never forgive anything. The whole part of you getting diseases and being unwell is because you're holding on to fear, and I've said this before, you are holding on to things that don't matter anymore. You're allowed to feel it at the time if something happened, but learn to let go. This is what it's all about. You know, so at the moment I can be all passionate, be like this, and then I'll be like, but it normally goes into a good energy with me. I get fired up, but we need firing up at the minute, because this is a very, even though we know most of this is done, it's a very important time that we are in, very important. So pardon me for getting a bit fiery, fire in my belly, earth, air, fire and water. Well, they're all the things that we have in with us, and sometimes we have to get a bit fiery. Oh, and what's that? That's just fell out. Oh, got this one. Put that there. What messages am I getting now? I might have a picture of the moon. I am the moon. I actually used to love a show called, when I used to watch TV, The Mighty Boosh. The one where they're in the shop and they had the moon. I am the moon. And Mars went past me one day and he licked me on the back. Probably won't get what I'm saying unless you used to watch it, but I used to think it was funny. People have one chance with me. Yeah, but the thing is, Tapper, what it is all about is there is stuff of letting go, because it resides, anger turns into things in the body. You know, I've had a massive situation with my son, with who I was with at the time, and some women would have dragged it out for ages, what I personally went through, but I forgive that person. They don't know I do, but I do, because, you know, yeah, there's a thing with people like one chance and you get rid, but there's going to be a time coming where certain people, like I got rid of someone on Facebook that I've known for years, because it's just like, for God's sake, I can't be doing with their silliness and their energy at the minute. But when it all comes out and people are like, wow, I'll forgive. Because I can see the people who are just confused and stuff like that. So, you know, there's all that going on. But I'm talking about certain situations of people you might have been with, or things that have happened in a family, and people just, you know, it doesn't mean they've won by you forgiving someone. That's what I think Sasha Stone was talking about today. And it can give you diseases and things of, you don't understand why you're hurting and why you've got things, is because you're holding on to things that people take so deep and don't even realise that's what the actual core thing of the disease or their achy body is or something. But we'll talk about that another time anyway. So let me pull some cards. What is this? Oh, that's nice. They've got this lovely social distancing badge out. No, it's the numbers in the middle. All right, this has just gone up on Twitter. My dad's just put it up. Yeah, it says a senior executive from, is it AstraZeneca? I'll have to show you that. I can't even see what that says. Britain's second largest drug maker told, I don't even know what that is, Reuters, that his company was just granted, are you listening to this? Granted protection from all legal action if the company's vaccine led to damaging side effects. Well, you know it's going to lead to damaging side effects. Red flags soar as Big Pharma will be exempt. Big Pharma will be exempt from COVID-19 vaccine liability claims. Well, just don't freaking take it in the first place. Oh dear. Yeah, because it's going to have side effects. It's going to have side effects. Probably killer side effects. Just saying, newsflash just in. Let's share that. I'll be sharing that. Let's get that shared. Disgusting. And people are like, yeah, I've seen people, give me the vaccine. Give me the vaccine. You bet you won't even. And do you know what? What people will do is they'll read that and they'll still want it. Just like I said, when you don't look on the bottom of the back of your prescribed stuff that you get from your doctors, and it gives you what you've got, and nobody reads it. They just go, yeah, well, the doctor said it was good, so therefore we'll have it. Right then, whatever. And they wonder why people are screaming out and getting a bit mad with people, because they can't frigging look at stuff themselves. Yeah. I could put that up on my community page and it'll go down straight away, because that's what they've been doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're going to be exempt from it. So keep putting that out there, because it's only going to wake more people up. They're going to be exempt if the side effects, meaning there is side effects. We all know that. So, yeah. And I've seen people saying they can't wait to get the vaccine. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Get Trump's, because he's talking about HQC, and that's been out for years. You can already see that. I'm telling you now, if that comes out and people have it, you'll see deaths. You'll see deaths. Well, yeah. But I'm not really talking about that as in that. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But it's not even that you have to say it to them sometimes. It's just a thing within. It's just an energy thing. Oh, okay, these two fell out. So, That's what I've been talking about. So we've got the Council of Light and its divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. You know, all them energies. We've got break the chain. That's what I was talking about with food. You know, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, anything. But we're talking about food tonight. Break the chain of that, and it's ancestral patterns. We've had this before because this is what's going on. It's healing and rewriting the future, and that's what I actually drew on my little Healing Waters picture that I just scribbled down today. It was nothing fancy. Of a pouring pink water over because I saw pink as healing, and it says healing water. And rewriting the future because we are rewriting the future. We're rewriting it of the way they wrote it on their history. We're rewriting it, coming out of the dark into the light. Break the chain, you know. Don't be mad at yourself if you fall down. Sometimes you just pick yourself, get back on the path again. You know, don't listen to other people, just do your thing. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? The crumbling, I also look at the crumbling of the old guard, the towers, the crumbling. You know, we're breaking through. See, we're breaking through this, where all the lovely lush vegetation is. Also, what are you clinging on to? There's a lot of people clinging on to things. They just need to let go of all that, you know, even in the mindset of, like I've been saying, yeah, the Council of Light, that's the first one fell out. Clinging on to, you know, I said things in the past, like I've said before, about people clinging on to things in the past that can make you stay depressed because you're clinging on to it. You just need to release it and let go. It's old energies, people and things that you don't need in your life. They could come back around because remember, a lot of people are asleep and some people say things they don't mean to say and they're not looking at stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I could go on and on and on, but we do talk about this. So yeah, we've got the Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. And I definitely do believe in that. We've got break the chain or the chains, ancestral patterns, because these do come from ancestral patterns. Even like food, when you were told you've got to eat everything on your plate, and then you can have pudding, and then you'd eat pudding, and we'd eat. So there's still them things that they got from their parents of what they did, you know, back from in the war times. And then when food came in, what used to be scarce, it's like eat everything on your plate. We don't actually have to eat that much. Consumerism today is absolutely out of whack. We eat too much. We eat too much. You know, whether or not, I mean, there's vegans out there who can still put weight on and that because they're still eating too much of other stuff that they're replacing with other stuff. And like someone said before, even some of the corn stuff's got crap in it. So you still have to be careful. But I'm just saying, not getting into arguments, this, that and the other. But, and then the last one, the crumbling. I see that as the crumbling of the old guard, breaking through. We're breaking through to like, look, Eden through there. Lush vegetation, the blossom of people and the pillar of light here. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Let go of it. You know, you don't need to be clinging on to old things that don't serve us anymore. And this is what I've been saying. And my battery's about to go. So, see if there's anything else. And like I said, remember, food, herbs and things like that and oils and certain stuff does heal us. And that's why they want us on certain food and processed crap. That doesn't heal us. It's basically slowly kills us up, clogs us up, you know, and stops us living maybe longer than, you know, we should be doing. I'm just going to try and do the Whispers of Love deck because, you know, it's fear or love. It's what you choose. Just saw on Twitter, ex-Spanish King Juan Carlos or someone has fled the country to escape 100 million corruption scandal involving, previous king of Saudi. Drain swamp. Exactly, it's happening. It's happening. It's getting better and better. The more things that are coming out, we're all like, told you so. You know, we're not being all thingy, but we told you so. I've actually got a meme of that today. The memes are great. Hi, Rachel. I think my dad sent this today. I did find it quite funny, even though some people will say, oh, it's just being horrible to other people. It's like, get a grip of yourself, please, people. Get a grip. Game of Thrones, because it is like Game of Thrones. It's the dragon mother of dragons, I should say. Every truther in 2020 is like, I effing told you so. I thought that was quite funny. You know, you can have a laugh It's all your intentions. You can have a laugh with it. Because we did. It's all going on. It definitely is, CJ Derv. And, you know, some people will keep saying it isn't. I got another silly comment today about it all, and someone's part of this and part of that, and Trump's part of it. It's like, oh, for God's sake. It's right in front of your face, people. Watching it happen is amazing. It's like we're here to watch this, and it's absolutely amazing. Yes, I know people are getting caught up in certain stuff, but that's up to them. That's not up to me. That's up to them and what they're doing. If they're getting in the way of things and things are happening, and I know some people have died and certain things are going on, especially in America and all over, when they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, even children, I know. But, you know, we are in a war. But we are winning. Casualties will happen. As not nice as that sounds, but it is true. You know, and the way they've tried to get us through our minds, you know, like I said, it's not a war of guns and things like that, but, well, I mean, in the old way of it used to be, people are committing suicide and stuff because they can't take what's going on. So they do get us in different ways for people to do it themselves, and that is a fact, and that is what's happening as well. Yes, it's not nice to hear, but... Gave up sugar the 16th of Jan 2019. I'm not look back. Tea is much better. Yeah, it's just that getting used to your taste buds, getting used to things without certain things, and that you've been used to it for a very long time. Laugh out loud. All lies about that thing about human immunity, such as greater, and will take care of the COVID. Yeah, Fauci's an idiot and he's going down, and Trump's just given him his own rope to hang himself. So we're all watching that go on. The immune system's very important. That's what they tried to take down. So come on, cards. Yeah. Exactly. I've had so much of a profound day. Everything has just clicked this afternoon, and some of the stuff that's being released via the MSM is not normal shite they post. No, there's actually bits more of a truth coming out, because they've got to start, you will start seeing truth on the mainstream, because they're going to get brought down. When they said Israel's the last MSM, if not, they'll get taken down, and you will see the truth. And like, I'm glad people are seeing it. Every day people are seeing it, and people are commenting like you and saying, you know, they're putting the dots together and they can see it all coming out, what we've been shouting out about for ages. So that's why I'm not particularly that worried. I'm like, well, 2020 vision. You're going to see. By the way, guys, on Twitter, is it Celtic Summer, just in case you see me following you? Oh, okay. I'm really rubbish at going checking over there, but I do put stuff out. Yeah, drink. My dad drinks black tea as well. I'm considering past 2 days since full moon energies. Well, I hope I see this moon, because apparently it's really low. Really yellow. Yeah, and I said to my sister about the moon's energies, so pumping some good vibes out there. Come on, cat. Oh, right, there's 1, 2, 2. Right, we've got 2. Let's get a third one. Yeah, that's what my sister just said. I was just running around the streets before while I was on live trying to get it, but it was too low where I am to see it, so I'm hoping really yellow. Let's see. So keep your vibes up, people. You know, and even if you're eating meat, just try and get a bit more fruit down you and stuff like that, and drinking up your water. I'm programming your water as well. Remember, you can program your water. Speak loving things to it. Right, there we go. Ooh. Let's see. So we've got... Oh, thank you, Five Flames. We've got spiritual connection. Well, yeah. Going right back to that. This relationship has connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Oh, yes, it does. What a beautiful picture. And you've got the masculine and the feminine there. And it is showing you a couple there and a couple there. It's like you've been entwined for time, finding each other all the time, maybe in different roles. But yeah, that's 27. That's 9. 7 and 2 is 9. Divine. And they're scared of that connection coming back together. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Yes, you are. Sail your own ship, you see. Remember when I said ages ago, sail your own ship? This lady here sailing her own ship over the waves of energy and the waves of, you know, the ups and downs we have. You just got to ride it. It's how you deal with it, you know. And that's number 8. Infinity. You got the rainbow there, celestial, you got the galactic, so there's loads of things going on in the picture. I don't think you can see properly on here. And then the last one is be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. That's like the law of attraction again. The more love you put out, the more you'll receive. The more hate you put out, the more hate you'll get. Blah, 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 blah. You attract what you are. And that's a beautiful picture as well. And that's number 6. And funny enough, that's a watery picture because it is a lady in water. And she's got holding a shell. She's got lots of shells around her in the sea, shells on her head, coral and things going on there. Be like water. So they're really nice messages. So I'm going to go now because this is probably about to go off. Oh, which ring? That ring or that? Oh yeah, I've only got these two on today. I've got that. That's the moonstone, funnily enough. Moonstone. Dolly, the energy you radiate is greater than the moon itself beside you and much more beautiful. Thanks for your time and the good vibes you are sharing with us. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for saying that. I think you're all great in chat and you give me lots of positive vibes as well. See, it's a two-way thing. You lot say that and I get that off you. And now it's 23. 5 by 5. 23 people in and it's just changed as I pointed to it. 24 thumbs up. So thank you. Matching numbers. Been seeing a lot of odd things in the sky lately. So have I. Like stars moving through the sky and it's not planes. We saw that at weekend and it wasn't a plane and it was like that. It was like, Got to run by 5 flames. Thanks for coming in while you're at work. Yeah. Like I say, it's not always what people are saying. It's the energy you radiate and you can normally tell how somebody is and the frequency and the intentions that they're trying to put out because that's what we all work off really. But yeah, so I will be back in the week at some point talking about, you know, the other stuff. I mean, there's that much going on because people are seeing it. Maybe I won't have to, but you know I will. And next Monday, I think we'll do a bit of a chat on authentic selves and I think mixed in with that the spiritual person and what a spiritual person is supposed to sound like, smell like and look like because people seem to have a problem with that. Oh yeah, just putting about a coffee donation if anyone wants to make a coffee donation, it's in there in PayPal and I think it was I know someone made a little donation the other day for coffee. Thank you very much. And now I'm thinking, was it a Thomas person? Really sorry trying to think off the top of my head, but I think it was. You know who you are anyway. I sent an email of thank you, so thank you very much. Yes, exactly, Dolly. 2-way positive energy exchange. Yes, it is. I get a few lot in chat, and I know you get stuff as well, so it is a 2-way energy exchange. Windsor Castle is being emptied of furniture. Whoop, whoop, burn the place down. Burn the place. I'm just saying. Well, we know why, don't we? It's like, never mind 2020. It's like, have you got your goggles on? And I don't mean the voucher goggles. Have you got your, it's like, have you got your, what are they called? What are these called? Your, what are they called? Binoculars on. It's like, my God, like, we're seeing all this stuff going on. It's ace. Welcome to the Great Awakening. Yeah, binoculars. I was trying to think and I thought, what are they? But yeah, you got your binoculars on. It's like, starting to get exciting, people. But with the excitement, it's going to become a bit more chaos with stuff with people not understanding. But like I said, a lot of people are waking up. I'm seeing a friend tomorrow and she's started to wake up a little bit. So I'll see what she's got to say tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get your popcorn in. I think I've been sitting with mine since Christmas. It's like, we kept saying, it's a movie we're watching now. It's just for the rest of the people to catch up with what's actually going on. And it's trying to disconnect. So That means I need to go. Yeah, supposedly something big is dropping. I mean, people go, oh, you say that all the time when we know things have dropped, but yeah, it's getting closer to a certain time, more things are coming out. So I'd just say keep watching in the right places. That isn't MSM. Gates has just been outed again about with Epstein and all that. So, you know, if you really want to take his vaccine, you're bonkers. But there you go. Yeah, I'm going to do authentic self because people seem to have a problem with that because they're told what that is meant to be, and they're also told what spiritual people are supposed to look like, sound like, and smell like, as I would say. And I see that as a lot of baloney because it can put people off people if they're talking in a certain way which isn't supposed to be, oh, I don't know, flipping angelic like or something. Being your true authentic self is you being the true self you are inside. You can't, just for example, you can't, someone said the other day, if you're a bit gangster inside and that's the way you speak, but you try to be something different in front of other people, of all like, you know, if I started coming on going, I did say this the other day, there are people that talk like this, but that's genuinely how they've always talked. But if I started coming on going, oh, hello, you know, trying to emanate someone else, you know, like, oh, they do it like that, so I'll go on and I'll be like, oh, hi, my little bunnykins of light, I don't even know what I'd say. That is not me, because inside I'd be thinking, why are you talking like that? Like, that you don't talk like that. You have a few rants now and again, you say it like that, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. It's not me. But it doesn't mean because I say things in a certain way sometimes, and sometimes I might curse or say something, doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Like I said, those people out there that you've seen that you thought were good in certain high up areas and people that you believe are doing things for the better, even people in white coats and certain people high ups, they're not. But they sound like they are. And they don't swear and they don't do this and they all sound very... I'm not saying that's everyone. I'm just saying there are those examples of people that you are seeing now. Even celebrities played you like a fool, didn't they? Some of them. Like I said, not all of them. Some were blackmailed, this, that and the other. But that's why you've got to be careful. And there's spiritual teachers out there who are the same as well. Big spiritual teachers who are full of crap as well. And they'll say certain things so it puts you off when people start coming out about the truth, because it's like they start pointing fingers. You're not spiritual because, I don't know, you said this or you said that, and that's not a very spiritual thing to say. But that's just me being me and saying it like I say it. So, you know, it triggers people sometimes. I've had someone telling me that today and I was like, yes, but it's me being me. I can't not be me. Feel the message I'm trying to get out. Keep it real and you attract real people. Exactly. And I'd rather want real people than false people. You know? I know a lot of different people like that. I know a lot of people who swear a lot, who do things like people who look like, it's like they're really good people. Or like I said before, you could get someone that's covered in tattoos and the first person someone will think is, oh my God, like, oh, that person must be what? Have you spoke to them? A bit like, I'm not saying this is an example, but you got like Camelot TV with a lady with loads of tattoos today. I've got tattoos, loads, you know, quite a few tattoos and that. Some people are like, she was lovely. You know what I mean? People don't give people a chance sometimes because, oh, they don't talk like them or they don't talk posh, or, you know, someone who's got a really posh voice. There's nothing wrong with posh voices. Oh, they must be more intellectual or more this, that, and the other. No, that isn't the case. It isn't the case. So, you know, think about it sometimes when you're talking about others and saying they're not this, that and the other, because like I said, there's a lot of people out there who fool people by, you know, wearing a mask basically. So anyway, I'm going to go and I will see you soon this week at some point. And next Monday will be that chat of authenticness because it keeps popping up in my cards. And there's even bits that I used to think about ages ago is like of that, what I used to think it was, and looking at it different now, thinking, no, it's not though. Certain parts of it, and the whole spiritual, what is it supposed to look like? You can be dressed anyway, or anything spiritual, you don't have to be dressed in a loincloth or wear long dresses, or you can do that, but what I'm saying is you don't have to be doing that. So, you know, you have to get something to eat. It's like we were talking about food. I'm going to go and get some water now, and some more water. So, see Effie's laughing. You know what I mean? Apparently, I always say I'm supposed to be sat up Mount Peru with the loincloth on. It's not going to go down in this day and age, is it? Because we're not doing that, you know? Keep vibing high, peeps, love and light to all. Yes, exactly, Rachel. So, yeah, keep vibing, keep laughing, because we're laughing at that lot. You know, I don't mean that lot who are asleep. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about them, those that are falling and crumbling down. Keep the vibes up. Get them funny memes out. That's the best way to do it. They are hilarious. Thanks for sharing your energy tonight, Dolly. Thank you for all coming in. And so like I said, food can heal us if we're eating the right foods. And we know deep down inside what are the right foods really, because they were God-given and they're there in the earth. The natural, organic stuff is the best healing stuff, you know, herbs, oils, fruits, berries, veggies, you know, all sorts. Maybe eating with the, you know, the times of the seasons and stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll see. So hopefully I'll spot the moon. If I spot it, I'll try and take a picture. That would be great. But hopefully you see it tonight, and hopefully it gives you a lot of energy. Thank you. Yeah, boom shalaka. So I will see you all soon. Thank you, Dolly, for tonight's chat. Thank you all for coming in. You know, I'm trying to get on my computer next time so I can show a few pictures and that, because I can put pictures up on there. I just forgot that that's where I was supposed to be going on. So, yeah. But like I said, the main message every time will be keep your vibes up. Don't let anyone tell you who you are or you're not. Keep shining your light in your truth, in your truth, and keep on the path. And when you fall down, whether it be with food or certain things that you may feel addicted to, and that doesn't mean it's drugs, or just things, you know, food, whatever, or you've said something out of terms and you thought, oh God, just pick yourself up and go, right, okay, that's how I was feeling that day, let's not take it to the next day. Get back up and walk that path and hold your head high. You know, we've won this, but we've got to keep holding on to that energy on that timeline. We've won and they know it, and that's why they're trying to push. Just keep blasting the light out, blasting love out to everybody. Imagine it going out. Imagination is very, very strong. It works more than you know. Like I said, if you're feeling down, even with more stuff coming out or information overload, come off the internet, go and do something you love. I'm constantly saying that the best thing you can do is get out in nature, sit near a tree, put your back next to a tree, go and read a book for a bit, go and do things that you haven't done for a while. You know, you can watch a good comedy. People go, oh yeah, celebrities this. Yeah, just say in your head you're not consenting to it, but have a good laugh with something. If you can get out, have a laugh with friends. Look at some really funny memes, laugh at that and laugh out loud because they hate that. Anything out of joy, laughter and love. All that sort of stuff that we're meant to be here doing, they don't like. So pump that out at the highest vibration you can and keep holding on to the point is, yes, you are seeing things changing and you have beautiful people to talk to in so many different chats all over YouTube. Some people will say, oh yeah, it's YouTube, yeah, but we're all connecting and we're all getting truth out and we're all seeing by connecting to other people's channels of what people are saying. You know, there was that time when it was yourself, thyself. There's that thing again, thyself of service to self of your consciousness. Well, it's different now because it's service to others, and that is a collective consciousness. So, you know, like I said, get grounding, get out in nature is the best form of medicine. Try and eat more healthy, you know, even if it's something you didn't normally eat, fruit or something, get a bit more in, especially berries and things like that. More water. I drink distilled vitamin C and vitamin D, and at any point in the day or evening, if you can get that sun coming up in the day and the night, is the best time. Even if it's 10 minutes having your water in the morning or your brew or your coffee or whatever it is you're having, no one's judging nobody. Get that sunlight on you. Meditation, even if it's 10 minutes, like I said, I do my drawings and sometimes I will go and just sit there for 10 minutes. Write down what you're getting in, or what pictures you're getting in. Paint, dance, sing, do it all out loud, because it's all a joyful, godful, soulful, sourceful thing. And we're here to create, but we're here to create a beautiful world, and we will. That world is here. We're doing it. Just keep holding on to it. Don't know what I'm waffling on about now, so I'm gonna go, and I shall see you soon. Bye. Where we go when we go. Where's the button?